Welcome to this introduction to Power Up Your Creativity, Learning at Home, a 4-minute film from the Royal Institute for British Architects, RIBA. These notes will take approximately 4 minutes to listen to and are written and read by Kate Taylor-Davis for Vocalise. This video provides a step-by-step guide on how to take part in creative art activities at home using household materials. These are experimental art techniques using erasers, pencils and masking tape to draw, and inspiration comes from iconic, familiar or even local buildings, as well as the RIBA's collection of architectural images. This 4-minute film is made up of PowerPoint slides, an artist's hands creating artwork on paper, and photographic images of 3 famous buildings, each an inspirational template for the accompanying piece being created. The slides consist of bold black text displayed on a white background. On each slide, a heading is at the top, with a subheading underneath, and beneath this, items listed in numerical or dash bullet points. The screen then splits, the writing on the left and the items it lists on the right. For example, the image of a blank sheet, pencil and rubber laid flat on a wooden table on the right, scissors, rolls of tape, and any additional materials mentioned. The artist's hands are that of Wilson Yao. A pencil is usually nestled between 2 fingers and cradled by his thumb, which hovers over and then covers the previously blank page with strokes, pellets or scores of lead, or strips of lilac-hinted tape cut into sections that illustrate the contours and linearity of the building being created. We do not see his face or body at any stage in this film, only his hands. Wilson Yao appears to be right-handed. When drawing, his right hand reenacts instructions in white lettering displayed at the bottom of the screen, which will be described in this film, such as using an eraser to draw an image by rubbing out the pencil in selected parts of the paper. His left hand is sometimes placed at the bottom left-hand corner of the paper, holding it in place, whilst the other draws. The selection of images shows 3 separate buildings, each acting as the template for individual pieces. The Gherkin, the City of London's steel-framed and glass facade with diamond-shaped panels, the swirling striped pattern visible on the exterior. The Madrasa Madai Shah in Isfahan, or the School of the Four Gardens, Iran's renowned 17th or 18th century cultural compound. The photo focuses on the main portal Iwan's yellow and blue enamelled tilework on its flanking minarets, and its southern dome adorned with intertwining black, yellow and white arabesques on a turquoise blue base, which houses traditional alternate bands of lapis lazuli blue, mosaic tiling and calligraphic inscriptions on its drum. The Lowry Footbridge in Salford, Manchester's long steel vertical lift bridge spanning and suspended above the Manchester Canal, with a vast deck connected to 2 bowstring arches which join at the crown and are illuminated with white downlighting. Its bordering pale blue fritted glass sides taper in, following the angle of the arches, and the sparkling city skyline, here bathed in a twilight glow, scores both sides of the railings. The holding screen shows a drawing of the Gherkin, shrouded by a vignette of pencil and itself created by the markings of a rubber. Wilson Yao's hand is captured mid-flow as he nudges the page with a square white eraser, its edges somewhat mottled. The drawing sits against a turquoise background, and bold black letters running along the top of the screen read, "Power Up Your Creativity, : New Ways to Draw." The RIBA logo sits in the bottom right-hand corner, RIBA, in bold black lettering, reminiscent of Roman numerals, with a black and white image of 2 lithe lions, either side of a thin tower with 3 tiny turrets, similar to a piece in a chessboard. Their tails curl upward, and they each have a foot raised against the tower, an arm each resting on it. Black lettering on a white background bears the heading Power Up Your Creativity. Underneath this reads, "Today we will try out 3 new ways to draw, using 1. An eraser, 2. A stick, 3. Tape." The screen changes and splits, writing on the left stating 1. Drawing with an eraser. Materials needed: pencil, eraser, paper, and the image on the right showing these laid out ready. The next split screen shows the looming sun-drenched gherkin and words saying, "Find your inspiration." Imagine or think of a building or structure to inspire your drawing. We've chosen a skyscraper, the Gherkin building in London. As the artist demonstrates, white lettering at the bottom of the screen instructs to rub the side of a pencil on your paper from one side to the other to cover the whole surface in pencil. Once covered, go over the paper in pencil again, but in a different direction. Having filled the paper sheet with zigzagged pencil, the artist takes a rubber. Use an eraser to draw your image by rubbing out the pencil in selected parts of your paper. Wilson brings the rubber to the page and gently nudges it over the markings of the pencil. He rubs in a shape that resembles a rocket, crisscrossing diagonal lines on its body. He rubs in a skyscraper to the left, lines crossing vertically and horizontally, indicating tiny windows from top to bottom. Another small building to the right with two windows, one above the other. The next split screen, 2 drawing with tape, materials needed, coloured pencils, masking tape, paper, scissors in brackets optional. Next screen, find your inspiration. Imagine or think of another building to inspire your drawing. We've chosen an example of Islamic architecture, the Madrasa Madai Shah in Isfahan, which is pictured. Here, we are using sections of coloured masking tape to draw the outline of our building. Wilson places small strips of paper of differing lengths to the blank sheet, some slightly overlapping another vertically. The instructions read, use smaller lengths of tape to create the outline of small details or trace the outline of curves. Wilson's hands tear small strands of tape and place them one by one in a curve to resemble the dome of one building, and uses longer tape to create an adjoining wall beneath. 2 tall buildings with rounded turrets are created to the left. You can leave your drawing as it is. In the next section, we'll show you what could transform your drawing further. Wilson shades over the tape with a blue-coloured pencil and fills the page with colour, leaving the inside of each building white. The instructions read, you can use coloured pencils or pen to add blocks of colour. Wilson's fingers gently pick at the edges of the tape as the instructions continue. You could leave it as a tape drawing with parts coloured in, but the masking tape can be gently removed to reveal another drawing. He peels back a strip of tape and then another, eventually revealing a white silhouette of circular domes and turrets against a blue sky. 3 drawing with a stick. Materials needed: stick, in brackets any, e.g. bamboo cane, pen or pencil, masking tape, paper. Wilson tapes bamboo cane and red Sharpie pen together, as white lettering tells us to secure the pen or pencil to the end of a stick using 2 lengths of masking tape. The top of the cane is slightly lower, reaching the middle of the Sharpie pen, so that when guided together, drawing a line over paper, as shown on the next screen, it acts as support. Use 2 hands to control your stick and start drawing. The red pen is guided over the page, drawing a low triangle. Curved antennae stretch up and out above this, while lines are flicked out from either side of the triangle, widening the further they are from the centre of the page. Vertical lines travel from top to bottom, and 2 tall shapes drawn in the centre of the page mark 2 of the 4 tubular truss towers that border both ends of the Lowry Bridge. The instructions read, it is okay if your lines are not straight. Just enjoy drawing in a new way. The screen changes to the black Reba logo against a white background, architecture.com beneath. The handle, Reba Learning, and hashtag architecture at home are at the bottom. The screen fades to black.